Hi YouTube, it's Desiree Blue. I'm here making my first video logging my hair journey. So I've been locked for approximately 6 months, so I'm extremely new to the lock community and I'm so excited to be a part of it. And I decided to start my locks in July of 2014 because I had been going through a lot of different hair processes. I had my hair natural for about 16 years, and then I decided that I wanted to no longer put heat on it. And then that became very time consuming doing my hair in the loose natural state. And I didn't want to put that effort in anymore because I had to actually do my hair every 2 days and it was just too much for me. So I decided to do a bunch of different protective hairstyles, and one of my most favorite protective hairstyles was the faux locks. And based on how I felt from having those, I then decided I wanted to lock my hair and I wanted to be a part of that journey. I felt like I was ready for that journey at that point. So in July, I started locking my hair. I decided to do myself because one, I wanted sister locks, but they were too expensive for me to be able to afford. I didn't have $1,000 or roughly anything close to $1,000 to start my hair. And so I decided I wanted to try it myself. I had been doing my hair for 14 to 16 years by myself, and so I was willing to give this a try. So I went on YouTube, just like many of you guys are doing, and I looked at Patience Edit. I hope that I'm saying her name correctly. And she had a video up there that showed you how to start the interlocking process. And so I watched her video and I tried it. Now, I have two different textures in my hair, as most black people probably do, because of the mixing of races along the gene period, gene pool. So in the back, I probably have more of a 4B, 4C. In the front, because of heat damage, the ends are really straight. And so I assumed that I had like a 4A type texture in the front. But it's probably all pretty much uniform because as it's growing in, I see that the front of the roots are resembling what my texture in the back of my hair looks like. So it's probably just heat damage in the front that has it very straight. So I chose interlocking for a number of reasons. One, I wanted smaller locks. So because I wanted smaller locks, I knew that palm rolling over time would weaken the locks if they were too small, and I didn't want that to happen. I know with manipulation, and I don't know if I'm going to over manipulate my hair over a period of time, but I didn't want my hair to break from the root and the lock fall out from the root because of palm rolling excessively to get that nice neat look. Two, I chose interlocking because of convenience. Palm rolling, you have to palm roll every time you wash it in the beginning. Maybe over a long period of time, you don't have to do it as much. You can do it whenever you want. Put a headband, put a scarf, whatever the case may be. But every time I washed my hair in the beginning to maintain a neat appearance, I had to palm roll. And I didn't want to do that. So I chose interlocking because every time, if I wanted to wash my hair every week, because it was itching so much, I could do that and I wouldn't necessarily have to be manipulating my hair to the root to make sure it's nice and neat. Another reason, my friends have interlocks and I love their hair. It's so beautiful. Actually, they have sister locks, I'm sorry, but it's so beautiful. And so I wanted that. That was motivation to go for a smaller lock look. Now, I'm going to show you what my hair actually looks like. I just recently interlocked it this week, so I won't have to do it again for another 6 weeks. I generally do it about a month, 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks, depending on how I feel. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm taking my hair clip out. So you'll see from the root that the locks go all the way to the root. It's not extremely tight because it hurts when it's too tight. So you'll see that you can see my parts. So it's tighter, but it's just not extremely tight. Okay, you can see that. I know my lighting isn't so great, but you're able to see the parts definition and each section. And so this is what it generally looks like. Okay, so it's a fresh retightening of my hair. And I decided, this is my 6-month mark, I decided that I want to do both interlocking and palm roll. I love the clean look of palm rolling. It looks so shiny, it's so beautiful, and I just love that clean look. But I love the accessibility or the ease of interlocking. So I'm going to do both in the interim between when my hair needs to be relocked. I'm going to palm roll to keep the neat appearance. And if I'm not necessarily looking for that clean, polished look, I won't do anything. I'll just leave it as is. I think both forms are beautiful if you want to keep it in the natural state without doing too much manipulating, adding products. I think that looks gorgeous. But I also think the polished look looks gorgeous as well. So it just depends on the look that I'm going for. So I'm going to show you some of the products that I use. I'm not a product junkie. If I find a product that I like, I usually just stick with it. But I am open to trying different products to see, you know, how it works with my hair so that I can have more options. So to wash my hair, I use Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle. I had looked, you know, did some research, and some people have recommended this for newbies. I've had this bottle since I first started, so in July, and it is now approaching February soon, so I have a little bit left. So this bottle was about $4, and so it's lasted me over 6 months in order to wash my hair, which is great. I don't need any conditioner because it's going to cause unraveling, so that shampoo is great. In the in-between, I moisturize my hair with this spray bottle, and I just have some water in here, and I also use some tea tree oil. I love the way tea tree oil smells, but also it helps alleviate the itching. So I would use this, spray this on my hair about every 3 days to moisturize my hair, and then I would add oil. So I went to Whole Foods and I bought castor oil, so their cold pressed castor oil, as well as their unrefined coconut oil. And so I mix 50% coconut oil with 50% of the castor oil to add some oils onto my hair to keep it nice and soft. It makes a huge difference when you apply that. Now, the tool that I use to interlock my hair, a lot of people in the lock community would say, no, you shouldn't use that. But I use it anyway. A latch hook. This cost me like $2 or $3, and I'm using it for now until I stop procrastinating and just buy a nappy lock tool or something along the lines of that. The reason why people say that this tool isn't the best tool to use is because it actually can cause some damage to your hair. When you're interlocking, it will snag. It'll occasionally snag some hair from, you know, different locations, and, you know, over time, if it's breaking, it can weaken the lock from the root, and you definitely don't want that. So I am going to invest in a better tool so that I am ensuring the longevity and the health of my locks over a period of time. So I am about to wash my hair, and I'll show you guys what my hair looks like when it's washed, and then I'm going to palm roll it so you can compare what the palm roll looked like over the interlock. Okay, so I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, so I'm back from washing my hair, and as you can see, it still looks very frizzy, and that's because, again, I'm in the teenage phase, so this is the phase where your hair is generally gonna be frizzy, and I'm accepting that. But I will be palm rolling to smooth it out because I kind of don't want it to be frizzy now. But as you can see, if you look in my scalp, although it is frizzy, you can still see the parts within my hair just as we looked at before. So you're still able to see that. if you palm rolled your hair, and you wouldn't be able to see your parts as easy, because a lot of the loose hair would go back, to the loose natural state, and it wouldn't necessarily be locked in, especially if your hair isn't locked yet. So I am going to palm roll my hair using this product, the Icy Pomade. It's not a natural product, but I do like the way it adds sheen to my hair. It doesn't cause any flakes, so it's kind of gentle on my hair. My hair is very sensitive. In the future, I will be making my own gel using flaxseed and some oils that promote hair growth and relaxation. So probably lavender oil. And I also have these hairpins. I have a box of these hairpins, right, to keep everything in place. So I'm going to be doing that to palm roll my hair, and I'll be back so you can see what the final product looks like. Hi guys, so I'm back after palm rolling. I will admit I didn't palm roll my entire head. I didn't do the back of my head, and I'll show you what that looks like. I just kind of did the front because I'm still very new at palm rolling, so it takes me a while to do it, and I have a lot of locks. I have over 100, so it takes me a while to do it, and I get tired. So I just decided to do the front, and if you look, you can see the parts are much more defined. It's not as frizzy as it was. It looks much more presentable, much cleaner. I usually wear my hair with like kind of like a bun type of thing or some sort of pin up. So I usually wear it like this and take a bobby pin here and hold it down. And then I do the same thing on the other side. Just pin it up here. And any of the flyaways, I just kind of like tuck them in so it's hidden. And this is generally how I wear my hair most of the time. So it keeps me looking presentable, keeps it nice and clean in the front, and I'll show you what the back of my hair looks like. So you can see that the back is definitely still very frizzy, especially in comparison to the front. But this is what I'm doing for now, and if you guys have any tips for me that would make my palm rolling experience way easier, especially like clipping to hold the hair down, leave the comments below. I could use it. I'm a beginner in this journey, and I'm excited to be a part of it. So thanks. And this is Desiree Blue saying goodbye to you.